Evan Rachel Wood stars in a new movie called The Conspirator as the daughter of a Confederate widow who's counting on a Union lawyer to save her mother from being hung as an accessory to the assassination of President Lincoln. Take a look.
Did you fight in the war, Mr. Aiken?
Uh-huh.
Kill any on our side?
Miss, do you have any documents indicating who stayed here or a ledger of accounts? Do you want me to help your mother or not? Is there anything else you're concealing?
Such as?
Your brother's start. Look, if you know...
Yeah, baby. Please welcome back Evan Rachel Wood. So now this is an amazing story. I loved this movie, I have to tell you. It's the story of Mary Surratt, who was the first woman hung in the United States of America.
She's the first woman to ever be executed and given the death penalty.
That's right, because it was supposed that because the conspirators met at her boarding house, she must have known what was going on.
Well, and they also couldn't find her son, who was supposedly involved, and since they couldn't find him, they pretty much settled for her.
So when you read the script, did it just knock you? Oh, and by the way,
she's playing.
Who directed it?
Robert Redford.
Thank you.
Robert Redford.
Who's that guy?
Yeah. You know what? Sometimes it's hot flashes, sometimes it's memory loss. So Robert Redford directed this. So when you got the script and you read it, what was your first response? Did you know the story?
I didn't know the story. Funny enough, I knew nothing about the Surratt family. And Anna Surratt was the only woman that took the stand for the trial. And I had no idea that there were also multiple attacks that night on the vice president, on the Secretary of State, that it wasn't just one man.
Just Lincoln.
It's a fascinating timepiece, too.
Yeah.
When Robert Redford said that you were intimidating when he first met you.
Why is
Do
that?
tell.
I don't know. I mean, I was just trying to take in everything that he was saying, so I was really just staring at him and just looking in those blue eyes. And yeah, that's what he said. He said he had no idea what I was thinking, and then I was intimidating.
Would you like him as a director?
I loved him.
Yeah.
Well, he's an actor and a brilliant one, so you speak the same language. So it was so fun.
I want to let everybody know you play Surratt's daughter.
Yes.
And so can you tell us what was the relationship between her daughter Anna and Mary? What was the relationship between the two women?
They're very, very close because she's also a single mother, and so they were running this boarding house together. So it's quite heartbreaking.
I heard the film was set in the 19th century, so you had to wear all those costumes, which are not the most attractive, by the way,
or comfortable.
Yeah, the hairdos were weird also in those days. Yeah. But anyway, I heard that your clothing fell apart a lot. Why was that?
We were constantly followed around by seamstresses because a lot of them were really from that period.
Oh,
so, you know, you yawn and it's like,
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
No, like
they were really the stuff.
They had to be scratchy and everything, just wearing them.
So now, this wasn't a story that you knew, but were you surprised by some of the similarities in court drama, shall we say?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, we're not really taking a stance either way in the film, but it is hard not to see the parallels between when, you know, emotions get involved into politics and when, you know, it's not about justice, it's about revenge. So I thought that was pretty
Did you feel that they had railroaded Mary?
Slightly.
A little bit.
I wanted to.
I mean, I think the death penalty is a little harsh
for her. I wanted to take it to the HBO miniseries Mildred Pierce, where you played Kate Winslet's daughter in the film. When you met her, they said you got a little emotional when you met Kate Winslet.
I did. Well, she's my favorite actress, and the first day of rehearsal, I was in the elevator ride up, and I had to wipe a couple of tears away. It was a very big moment for me.
And didn't she talked you, right? She coached you kind of through, because you did a nude scene, your first.
I had my first.
Did she talk you into it?
She did slightly talk me into it. I was going to chicken out. I was really going to chicken out. And she was like, look, listen to me. I've done everything, all right? And it's going to be fine. You're going to be so brave, and you're just going to put a merkin on, and you'll be all right. And I was like, a what?
Tell the audience what a merkin is, because I really was not that familiar.
Without being too graphic. Like, for instance, I had to wear a wig in the film because it was the 1930s. but everything had to look like the 1930s, including
your curtains,
my bits and pieces.
A wig at the bottom is called a merkin.
And they, basically, me and the makeup artist are best friends now because she had to glue it on to me. And
you're very close now.
Very close. We're like this.
No bedazzling of a JJ in that movie.
Here's an interesting factoid before we go out. I heard that you were going to be in Spider-Man, but your schedule changed, and you missed it. You could have been in that accidental play, shall we call it, but you missed it. Aren't you lucky?
Well, I mean, I adore Julie, and I really do, and my heart goes out to them. It really does.
I know.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Mishaps.
Well, you know what? We're glad that your schedule changed because we got to see The Conspirator and got to see Mildred Pierce. You're just fabulous. We love you. Thank you, Evan Rachel Wood. The Conspirator will be in theaters today. When we come back, the surviving member of Milli Vanilli is telling us where he is now. Well, we know he's back there, but he's going to tell us more. We'll be right back.